Yeah, what's up? What's up? Where are the rights for amateur musicians or just musicians, not the 1%? You know what I mean? Like, we talk about how you can't do remixes because the original recorders have rights to the music. Well, I don't have any rights. Amateur musician rights, the 99.9% is human rights. Amateur musician rights is human rights. I'm serious. So, the music industry is a scam and it's run by bots. If you've played an FPS game where someone is using an auto aimer, that's a bot. If you see someone in Diablo 3 or Diablo 4 running dungeons over and over again to level up their character while they're at work, that's a bot and you'll get banned. These CEOs of like Spotify and stuff with the CEO of Spotify has $8 billion and it's all run by bots. He's botting. So in Diablo 4, if you go to work and make enough money to pay a mortgage, you're the best Diablo 4 player because you're running a bot. That's what these people are doing. When I submit a track, a bot listens to it and decides if it's good enough to go online. When I need support for my for like if my song gets rejected, if I need support, it's a bot giving me support. And if I ask to send an email to an actual representative, which is probably a bot as well, it's just a different bot. They take like 3 or 4 weeks to get back to me. And this happened. I waited 3 or 4 weeks to get a response from a real person. And they said, this was from SoundCloud. They said, we have a high number of report tickets right now. So we're just going to assume that you are resolved unless you respond to this email, which I was like, close my ticket. It's bullshit. Amateur musicians have rights as humans to do work, hone our skills. The American dream. Fuck it, dude. The CEO of Spotify is botting 1 million bots a day. There is a million, or like, it's like 250,000 new songs are put on Spotify a day. They don't have 250,000 employees paying these people, creating jobs. You know what I mean? Like, these people aren't even hearing my music and they're rejecting me. Like, I'll, so right now, I've used pretty much every distribution website, like DistroKid, CD Baby, SoundCloud for Artists, Lander. It's all bots. If you want Lander to master your song, it's a bot mastering it. So back to the rights. If I want to make a remix, like I downloaded like 5 songs and I wanted to make a remix of the 5 songs, like an EP. They're like emo tracks, like My Chemical Romance and shit like that. But I'm looking like, where can I host it? I can't even upload it just to myself on Reddit to host it because I might be liable for damages to their rights. Well, where's my rights? Why? So I make a song. I'll give you a real example. I made this song that has samples for the vocal samples. It's just saying like, yeah, turn up, what? And the AI listening to my song, deciding if it can go to Spotify. The AI says we cannot detect what language it is. If it's English, say it's English. If it's instrumental, say it's instrumental. So I'm like, okay, I guess they think these samples, which are royalty free samples, I paid for them. Um, so I switch it to instrumental. The next day I wake up, your song is rejected. And it says if it's English, say it's English. If it's instrumental, say it's instrumental. And I go back and forth. I did this with my album, my Boo Econ Me album, which is now on YouTube, which I actually might be in trouble for that. Something that I learned just now. About 10 minutes ago, I was talking to a bot on SoundCloud for Artists. But yeah, I guess I just have to upload my tracks to YouTube. But what I asked this SoundCloud for Artists AI was, my song is 2 weeks from being posted to Spotify. It is it is approved to be posted, or it's approved to be sent to Spotify, but it hasn't been posted yet. So I asked the AI, can I delete that song, cancel, even though it's been approved, cancel the release and post it on my YouTube? And the response from the AI is, oh, you're being sneaky and leaking your track before it releases, which is a very serious issue, because SoundCloud for Artists has the rights to distribute my track for 1 year. So I'll have to wait 1 year before I can post it to my YouTube, which I'll be on to some other genre by then, like drum and dub or something. Drum and dub, yeah, like halftime or something. But anyway, so it's calling me sneaky when I just don't want to use them anymore, and I want my song to be on my YouTube, this channel right here. But yeah, it's called "This Is What We Live For." It'll be on Travis O'Leary on Spotify. This is what we live for. It's the heaviest track I've ever made. It got 5 views on SoundCloud because I did a test. I did not push the boost. There's a boost that you can do on SoundCloud that's like, it'll show it to 100 to 1,000, either 100, 200, or at most 1,000 people it'll show it to. And in the song, I say, I'm not going to boost this track, see how it does. 5 views, which is me, my sister, and my mom. You know what I mean? I listened to it 10 times, but that doesn't count. So the CEO of Spotify is botting Spotify to make $8 billion. If you're in Diablo 4 and you're a botter, you get banned. You can't play Diablo 4 anymore. You buy a new account and they ban you again. Why aren't we doing something about this? The best idea that I have is just post my tracks on YouTube, which I can't make any money from because there's a law with YouTube that if you use any samples, even built-in samples from your DAW, like Ableton, like drum loops or like even a kick or a snare, that's a sample that comes with your DAW that you did not create recording a drum set, which is so stupid because what's the difference between recording a snare from a drum set, which you have to buy and someone makes it anyway, and using a sample of a snare that someone else recorded? It's so on YouTube you can't make any money on YouTube with your music if it has any kind of sample. So like basically, like, I mean, I'm recording this video with a microphone that I bought. Do I now have no rights to make money off of this video because I bought this microphone? You know what I mean? Like I'm wearing a shirt that I bought at Target. Do I now have no rights to make money on this YouTube video? Why can't I use like a snare sample that comes with Ableton? I paid thousands of dollars upgrading Ableton Live from version 8 all the way up to version 12. I mean, it's ridiculous. We all know that Rihanna, I think it's Rihanna in the song Umbrella, uses a drum loop from GarageBand, but it's like pitched down and slowed. Like they slowed the beat way down. She seems to be doing fine. I haven't really checked on Rihanna in a while, but we all know who Rihanna is, and nobody knows who the fuck I am. Yeah, I'm Travis O'Leary. But where's the musician's rights, which is human rights? I'm a human that makes music in 7-hour sessions several times a week. Like, I would say I drop like 3 tracks a week. These are like 7-hour sessions that I do. And then imagine you go to work full time at your job at Walmart, and at 4 a.m., a bot emails you. I have my phone on in case there's an emergency. I get an email at 4 a.m. because it's a bot, it's awake at 4 a.m., and it says, your song has been rejected again. So the first thing that I see when I wake up, I've been rejected. It's really defeating. My name on Xbox is defeated. That's part of it. So some bot emails me, your album art is bad. You can't use that album art. It like like the one today that said the album art has to reflect the metadata of the song. The song is called Travis O'Leary. Right, the song is called Travis O'Leary, You Can't Stop Me, VIP. The only words on my album art was Travis O'Leary, You Can't Stop Me, VIP. Those were the only words on the album art. Yet this bot tells me you can't use that because it doesn't reflect what the name of the song is. You look at a dude like Subtronics who's in the top 1%. He has a VIP edit that he did. It's a can of Mountain Dew. So the 1% can use a can of Mountain Dew, which is, they have the rights to that. Where's my rights? On something I made with Adobe in my browser, just trying to make basic artwork that looks somewhat acceptable. This dude Subtronics in the top 1% has, he's playing at Ultra Miami Festival. Probably made $1 million for an hour set. And I am grateful for the gigs that I've had downtown in Minneapolis. Like I got paid $40 and 2 drink tickets for an hour set or a 90-minute set. That's really great. $40 an hour. It's an amazing job. I'd like to get back there someday. But okay, so let's do Subtronics in the top 1% he's in the top 1% of dubstep. Like he's not at Rihanna or Eminem's level, but he's got like over 2 million. I would assume he has over 2 million followers by now on Spotify. I know a few months ago he wasn't quite there, but now he's playing Ultra Miami, so he's probably past the 2 million, which puts you in the 1% of dubstep. He's got the rights to use a can of Mountain Dew and it just says Subtronics 20K VIP. So from what I would understand is that he got 20K plays or 20K followers on SoundCloud or something and made a 20K VIP. So it's just a can of Mountain Dew, but instead of saying Mountain Dew, it says Subtronics 20K VIP. He has the rights because, like, okay, if you're an amateur musician and you're just in your bedroom making tracks, or you have a studio because you have a job and you have a studio, you make tracks, that's not your job. The top 1% of musicians, that's their job. Their job is making music. They work for a record label or something. It would, from what I understand, the way I look at it is like I'm like making a cart corral and herding carts in a parking lot outside my house, but I don't work for Walmart. You know what I mean? Like I make music every day, 7 hours, production sessions like 3 times a week, several times a week. I'm corralling carts in my driveway at my house, but I don't work for Walmart. It's not my job to make music. So yeah, I'm just tired of 4 a.m. emails saying your song is rejected. I had a really bad issue with my album, the Bui Kami album, which I think is on YouTube now. I got rejected like probably 10 times, and it said like it was because of the audio language, the lyrics language, because the AI can't tell what I'm saying. So the CEO of Spotify is botting 250,000 people uploading a day. He used AI and bots while he goes and I'm assuming he plays golf all day. Or maybe he works at Walmart corralling carts. And while he's getting those carts at Walmart, he's making $8 billion without listening to a single song. So I guess that track, This Is What We Live For, with 5 plays on SoundCloud, it's going to release on Spotify in like 2 weeks, like I think the 29th or something, April 29th, 2025. And I can't take it down and post it on my YouTube for a year because apparently the AI thinks I'm being sneaky and leaking my release. Really, I just want to get out of that. I want, the moment you pay to post your music online, you've already lost. like CD Baby, $10 to post a song or an album, you've already lost. You paid $10 to put it online, and those bots that the CEO with his 250,000 bots for 250,000 uploads a day to Spotify to make $8 billion, that guy is not gonna bot your song. He's gonna bot Taylor Swift's song to go to everybody. You know what I mean? Anyway, I've been talking for 15 minutes, so yeah. Why can't I make a remix of an emo song by My Chemical Romance? Why can't I do that? So they have the rights to it, but where's my rights? I can't even post my original music. And now I'm finding out that since I posted my Buie Kami album to YouTube, I actually might be in trouble with SoundCloud for Artists because it was originally meant to go online, although it got rejected and never approved. But maybe that was a leak. Anyway, check out this channel. I've been posting a lot of tracks. I'll be posting more tracks here. Making no money because I do use like a snare sample that comes with Ableton, like a 909 snare sample that was made in the 80s or something, or the 90s, and everybody uses it. A 909 sample. Tiesto can make money on YouTube off of that, but not me, because I apparently don't have rights because I'm corralling carts in my driveway, but I don't work for Walmart. I'm making beats every day for 7-hour sessions several times a week, but it's not my job to be a musician. All right. Peace.